to my channel. It is officially the new year. 2021 is our year, and I am kicking off this year with the series Eat Good, Feel Good. So my goal for this year is to focus on my health. If that's anything that I've learned from this past year, I'm so grateful for my health and my family's health, and I really want to kickstart this year to the best version of myself health-wise. So I hope you join me this year to eat good and feel good. So let's get into it. So for the Eat Good, Feel Good, there are 6 rules that you should be following. So the first rule is avoid food that you are intolerant to. So if your stomach is ever upset, if you have dairy or gluten or so it's kind of like the concept of Whole30 where you avoid all those food groups that most people are intolerant to. But what I did not like about Whole30, and I did it last year, was I felt my body became intolerant to this thing because my body was not used to breaking down gluten, breaking down dairy. Eliminate anything you're intolerant to. The second rule is don't overeat. Eat when you're hungry. If you are overeating, that's going to make you not feel your best self, so eat until you're full and only eat when you're hungry. And that should be around 3 to 5 meals a day. The third rule is to limit your carb intake. Do not completely eliminate it because you need carbs to fuel your body. The keto diet is such a bad fad for you. It messes with your reproductive system, where women don't get their periods. It is so bad for you. You need carbs, but you should limit it. Have it in moderation. So I tend to do carbs once a day. So if I have pasta for dinner, I'll make sure my breakfast and lunch doesn't have a lot of carbs. Or if I have oatmeal for breakfast, which is a big amount of carbs, I won't have carbs for lunch and dinner. So you need carbs, but limit the heavy carbs. And then that goes along with dairy. I tend to do dairy 3 to 4 times a week. I want my body to get used to breaking down the lactose, and I don't want to completely eliminate it because that's when you'll become intolerant to it. The fourth rule is eat lots and lots of veggies. I have veggies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks. So for breakfast, I'll add kale or spinach to my smoothies, and lunch I'll have salads, and dinner I'll make sure I have a side of veggies. And any of my snacks during the day, whether it's veggies and hummus, I make sure to really increase my veggie intake during the Eat Good, Feel Good. The fifth rule is to avoid processed foods or added sugar. So look at your ingredients. This is key. Pasta sauce. Pasta sauce in the store has such added sugar. Make sure you look at all your ingredients, and you don't want sugar to be a single ingredient in your food. The key of this is simple ingredients that are good for your body. And then the sixth rule is drink a lot of water. Every morning, I've been having a cup of tea or a cup of hot water with lemon, or just chug a glass of water. Increase your water intake. Or, I have to show you, I have to be reminded throughout the day how much water I'm drinking. I got this from Amazon, so I can link it down below. But I got this from my favorite vlogger, Julia Havens, and she used this. And it basically tells you the times of when to drink water, and I think it's super convenient and it's a good reminder. So if it's 11 o'clock and I'm still at the 9 o'clock mark, I need to chug water. So let's get to making delicious recipes so you can be the best version of yourself this year. So I'm gonna start with a Whole30 soup. I am meal prepping for the week today. So I'm going to be making this Whole30 soup that I made last year on the Whole30, and it is absolutely delicious. I'm not even doing the Whole30, and I'm incorporating it into my diet because I love the concept of Whole30, how it's good quality ingredients. And then I'm going to be making a dinner, a Tuscan salmon, and some Brussels sprouts on the side. It's going to be delicious, and I can't wait to share with you these recipes. So let's get to making them. So we're gonna start with the Whole30 Italian chicken soup. So I love this recipe because it is great, wholesome ingredients. I know they're good ingredients going into my body, and I know I'm going to feel good. So I'm just gonna show you what you need. So I have 2 potatoes chopped up. I have a half of an onion, 2 to 3 stalks of celery, and then 2 to 3 whole carrots chopped up. And then you need a can of just the 6-ounce tomato paste. This is what gives it flavor. This is the fire roasted tomatoes, and you just need a 15-ounce can of that. You need some olive oil, got that from Trader Joe's, some balsamic vinaigrette, some chopped garlic. You need 32 ounces of chicken broth or vegetable broth, Italian seasoning, a pound of just chicken breast, and then parsley to serve on top. And you can either do this in your Instant Pot or a slow cooker, but I'm going to do it in the slow cooker today because it's just a dump. Let it cook for 4 to 6 hours and you have soup for the week. So let's get to the recipe. So all you have to do is just dump everything in your crock pot. I have it on high and you're gonna wanna cook it for 4 to 6 hours. So I'm just gonna dump our potatoes, onions, celery, and carrots. Lost a couple carrots on the way. I'm gonna shake up my chicken broth and dump that in. Then I'm going to add my chicken. Next, I'm going to add my 15 ounces of fire roasted tomatoes. I'm going to add a tablespoon or spoonful of garlic. I'm going to add my can of tomato paste. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Next, I'm going to just dash a little bit of olive oil. And a little dash of balsamic vinegar. And then I'm going to season it with garlic salt and pepper. Over the left shoulder for good luck, always. Okay, and all you're going to do is stir, and we will see the result in 4 to 6 hours. So now I'm going to be making my Tuscan salmon. It is delicious, and we're gonna make it with some shaved Brussels sprouts on the side. Oh, so good. So I'm gonna show you what you need. So I'm going to use 3 salmon fillets. I just chopped up a whole fillet I got. You need half of a chopped onion, salt and pepper, some minced garlic. I am using a dairy-free cream substitute. So you can use heavy cream, or I'm gonna go for a lighter version for this dish because that is going to make me feel better. And I'm going to use some Parmesan cheese. Now, if you have an intolerance to Parmesan cheese, omit it from the recipe. It's gonna be just as good. Sun-dried tomatoes, some olive oil, and veggie broth or chicken broth, parsley, and some baby spinach. So let's get to making this delicious Tuscan salmon. So on medium-high heat, I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil just to coat the pan. And this is where I'm going to cook my salmon. And you're gonna wanna cook these about 3 to 5 minutes on each side. I'm going to season with a little bit of garlic, salt, and pepper on top while it's cooking. So now that the salmon is done, I'm going to take it out of the pan and put it on a plate. You want to drizzle a little bit of olive oil because we're going to cook our garlic, onions, and sun-dried tomatoes. So I'm going to let my garlic and onions soften on medium-low heat, and then I'm going to add my sun-dried tomatoes. So now that my garlic and onions have softened, I'm going to add in my sun-dried tomatoes. Let those soften for around 3 to 5 minutes. Now I'm going to deglaze the pan with my chicken broth or vegetable broth, about 1/3 of a cup. And we're on medium heat. And I'm just going to let that simmer and evaporate out for around 3 to 5 minutes. So now I'm going to turn my heat to low because we're going to add our dairy-free creamer. So again, about 1/3 cup. So once I got it to a low simmer, I'm going to add in my spinach, and I'm just going to let it wilt down. About half a bag worth. Since the spinach is more wilted, I'm going to add in a little bit of the Parmesan cheese. And like we said before, if you have an intolerance to cheese, just omit this part. But I like to keep a little in my diet. Oh my god, this smells so good. Very garlicky the way I like it. How good does that Tuscan salmon look? Oh my gosh, with some Brussels sprouts. This is the perfect way to start the new year. So that Tuscan salmon looks delicious. I'm going to serve some Brussels sprouts with it. So I'm going to show you what you need. At Trader Joe's, you get these shaved Brussels sprouts. I'm just going to put them on a greased cookie pan. Cookie sheet. I preheated my oven to 400 degrees and we're going to let it bake for around 5 to 8 minutes. This is the easiest recipe ever. I'm just going to drizzle some olive oil. And garlic, salt, and pepper. I'm just going to toss it, get it all thoroughly mixed in there. So I had the Brussels sprouts cooking for 8 minutes. See how they're like nice and crispy? So I'm going to drizzle a balsamic glaze over top. Oh, this is unbelievable. I'm just going to mix it all in. And let's plate it up. Tuscan sauce on there. Look at that meal. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. Yum. Can't wait to eat it. My Italian chicken soup has been cooking in the crock pot for 4 hours. I'm going to take the chicken out and just shred it in a bowl. weekday lunch, dinner. Yum. Sprinkle some parsley on top. Add some black pepper and a little drizzle of olive oil, and you are set. What I love about this soup particularly is that it's hearty, but there's nothing in here that's going to make you feel sick or tired. It's going to give you energy. And like I said, have this during the day with the salmon and Brussels sprouts, and this is your higher carb meal for the day. This is so yummy and perfect. You're going to love it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am so excited to share with you the series of Eat Good, Feel Good, and that's what I want to do this new year. I want you to focus on your health because there is nothing more important than your health, mentally and physically. So comment down below what your 2021 resolutions or goals are for the year. I would love to hear them and get inspired by you. And I know the previous year was not the best year for anyone, so let's inspire each other. If you make these recipes at home, tag me on my Instagram, Mimosas with Maria. I would love to see them. And as always, so you don't miss out on future videos, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can see the whole Eat Good, Feel Good series for 2021. I'm so excited to share all these recipes with you, and thank you for all your support. These have been so much fun to share with you. Bye, loves.